Yarrows. Here. Rulo. Can I get better?
That's right. You got it.
Chris Ravish. Here. Bonnie Holstein.
Here.
Myself. Katie is absent today. She was excused. And Brad Duke.
Brett. Well, we get a little bit warmer weather, and it's supposed to be warmer tomorrow. Hopefully you got the snow pushed back so it doesn't flood everything out. I hope everybody gets to enjoy that weather. Any additions, deletions, or changes to the agenda? Oh, hey, there need a motion?
Approve the agenda. Motion by Gary.
Support. Chris. Any other discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Any community comments on the agenda? Anybody? I see none. Spartan Spotlight.
You guys can go.
Jeremy first.
Let's move far enough ahead, right by there, so it's right there, the camera.
So today I want to recognize Lisa Pinconning for the Spartan Spotlight. So it's been more than just a bus driver. She's been in front of the face of countless students with a dependable team member and a shining example of what it means to be truly committed to her work. Rain or shine, snow or heat, you'll always show up assuring our students arrive safely each and every day. That level of consistency and reliability is something truly remarkable. She also steps up in other ways, especially during the summer months. She takes on facility duties, ensuring that our facilities are well maintained and ready for the new school year. Your willingness to go the extra mile, to lend a helping hand, whatever is needed, is not going unnoticed. We are so grateful to have you part of our team, and we look forward to many more years of that.
Thanks, Sarah. Now let's not give it a official
Okay, then on to the consent agenda.
Make a motion to approve the consent agenda. Pay the bills, which total $881,473.41.
Support.
Motion support, any discussion? Seeing none, roll call.
Yarrows.
Yes.
Rulo.
Yes.
Ravish.
Yes.
Holstein.
Yes.
Myself, yes. And Brad Duke.
Yes. Treasurer Finance reports. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm skipping right down. Okay, out of communication, sorry.
Thank you, President Newby. First off, I want to talk a little bit about a document that I sent to board members called Board Member and Superintendent Roles and Responsibilities. I've heard from a veteran board member and from a new board member. It may have seemed a little harsher or stricter than maybe it's intended to be. I'm not hung up on signing it. I want to just make sure that we kind of understand and follow some of these policies and responsibilities. It talks about ethics, norms, protocols, that we govern, that you govern our policies. Know the responsibilities between being a staff member and the board. One thing that was brought to my attention, and I want to make sure it was clear that this does not restrict you or restrain you from talking to staff, and it may have seemed like that in a couple of spots. We encourage you talking to our staff. We've had board members in the past married staff members, and it was, you have that good relationship to know some of the inside scoop. So yeah, we want to make sure that those things happen. And if any portion of the document does not sit well with you, you can send me a message or give me a call. We can talk about it. I can check with our attorney to make sure that these things are accurate, correct. It came from Western Michigan University for school boards and through MASA. So that's what it's from. I just want to make sure we were on the same page, and if there were any questions now or later, that we could discuss it.
I think it's fine. Like I spoke to you. Just what I noticed today, Andy, when I read it, the email one, I actually do use this school email because it's convenient.
Email,
So
other
email
than
others,
that.
yeah. This says I shouldn't. Do you think? Why do you think that is?
Well, I think what it is,
If I'm talking about school,
if it's talking about board member things, yes, you can. But I think as a parent, they don't want you emailing a teacher from your board member email when you're a parent, because that could get a little bit messy with them.
so don't sign it. Sarah's dad, board truck.
I think
Put an extra emphasis on the.
I think that's what the reason is. Unless there's another reason, and again, that's something that I can definitely check with their attorney to see, because I've heard that it's easy. I mean, we have the school emails and all right there, it pops right up. I think that's probably what it is. I can't think of anything else besides getting roles a little confusing to teachers or a bus driver or someone.
Kathy usually talks to all the parents. We do.
Yeah.
So I would go to parent teacher conference with her. I'll sit, and then I don't say anything. Unless it's, and then I'll do this to Kathy. And she'll say what I'm thinking. So just a tip for the other ones, because those would be awkward too, right? Parent teacher conferences.
It is, but we have such a good staff in work.
I know the teachers are comfortable with me.
Yeah.
Some know me, so
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. And I sit
I
at
don't
the
know if
table.
there's a catch-all for a lot of these things.
I don't know.
Yeah. I like the email too. It's really convenient, and just to find addresses and stuff like that is very convenient. But
Let me check on that one. I'll see if they say it's not a big deal. If you want to do it, you can do it, then we're okay with it.
I think it's all about context and how you're
Right.
using it.
When we go to the conference, the last thing, that's what they say, it's just, as long as you're just separating it.
I would like to know that the staff should know that if any of us said anything that made somebody uncomfortable, they should know that they should be able to go to their supervisor and let them know we did something, because it was not intentional.
Right.
It's tough
It's
thing
tough
to do.
stuff.
That would be
We'll
tough.
try and avoid it, but
Yeah. That's good. I like that. That's something that I make sure.
just
Up
let
that
the
stuff
staff
too.
know that.
Yeah.
None of us would ever
No.
potentially
Overall approach.
approach
We
it.
are,
Right.
yes. You guys.
And I know I've only been doing this for a month, so short time, but man, I hope I'm not stepping on anybody's toes. Because when I read it, I was like, boy, it did read a little harsh. But
I think we've had that. All three, four of us.
We've seen this before.
You on it with that?
Sorry?
Have you seen that document before, Lonnie?
Okay.
So then four of us.
I think the important thing out of it was you don't do things as an individual. You do things as a group.
Yep.
You know, Leah emailed the group about the marketing. Perfect. Right? We emailed the group. As long as we're not acting as an individual, that's
We also have to be careful about emailing the group, because you can't have a conversation with more than three people. Yeah.
it's just the
And it wasn't a conversation, no, it was good, that's fine, but that's just one other quick thing that we always look for.
I thought it was good.
Yeah, so let's let me know if anything else pops up. Emergency operation plan meeting, we had a very productive GOP meeting last week. We had 5 local fire chiefs, 3 police officers, our Northern Bay ambulance representative was there, Ms. Jaime, and I, we discussed things like our incident command and management team in case of an incident. It was kind of neat hearing from them, because I'm thinking we have to plan for everything. We have to have everything has to know exactly what's going on. And they said, when something happens like this, you go kind of with flow, and as soon as that police officer there, they start being the incident command chief. And they said you can never prepare for everything. They said every day we go through things that we're not prepared to. We don't have a perfect plan for. But that's why we have meetings like that, so we have an idea of what to do. We went through our lockdown system. Some of them had seen our boot system. The CRG maps, we had a discussion on that. There were still a couple that didn't have access to our maps, our digital maps. Most did, a couple didn't. We were going to work on that with them. Our door numbering, I think the most important conversation for me was the evacuation areas. and our reunification process in case students ever had to evacuate. Where do we go? And if buses take them to another place, where do we go? And that's not something public that we put out there, but it was a good discussion because it can't be too close to the school, because if there's roads that are blocked off, you can't have a reunification place within there, so it has to be a little bit away, but not too far away. And it was a good discussion. We also plan on having a future walkthrough and training for all of our emergency responders, just to be able to walk through the building, maybe in the summer when there are no students, so they can see where are the shutoffs, where are, everything that they may need in case of an emergency. So it was great to have the meeting. They were all happy to be there. We plan on doing it more frequently and having that future walkthrough too. So, any questions?
So that's good, because two of the facilities, the evacuation are closed.
Everything that we have now in there is okay, is open. And I contacted them just to make sure and we're okay. But yeah, I think originally there were some that are no longer available.
Right.
Yep. School mobility information. This was brought up at our last meeting, and we plan on having a publicity committee meeting coming up before our next board meeting, where we will look at some of this mobility information on why we're losing students, and maybe other ways of advertising or making, having publicity to showcase some of the good things to bring some of those people back. So I did have some numbers that the principals were great and gave me not only students who were leaving, but why they were leaving. And there was only a few where we did have sometimes they just disappear and we get a request for transcripts, but most of them had reasons. So far since the beginning of the year, we have had 105 students come into our district, and we've had 128 go out since the beginning. So not too far off. 57 of those students who left moved. Their actual physical address moved. So there's probably not advertising that would help in that situation, because they, parents at a job, whatever it may be. That's not the custody is similar to that. Sometimes we have parents or a student who moves with mom or dad, opposite of who they were with. So there were 10 of those. 11 went to an alternative education placement. 4 were residential situations where it might have been a medical or a mental health situation where they had to go somewhere. 3 expelled or disciplined. 10 were medical. No, 1 was a medical situation. 10 went on a virtual or homeschool plan. 3 were ISD students who went back to their home district. So they were here in our district with one of our ISD programs where they, do the dual thing. They're in some of our classes. And sometimes their plan, their IEP says you no longer need this ISD special education, so you're good and you can go back to your school district. So 3 of them did that. And then 11 students left due to parent choice. And that could be a variety of things, like they were unhappy with someone, they thought that a program is better at a different school. And that doesn't equal, that's only 110, so there's like 18 others that are one-offs, just different little things that that we can talk about more if we get to that publicity thing. But I at least wanted to give you that information, because I know it was a topic and we're looking at, why are students leaving and maybe how do we bring more in to even those numbers out. Yeah, yep, and I can get that, I'll send that to you guys tomorrow. I just finished it up today, so I'll send that to you in an email.
Now that is just since September,
Since August.
August, okay.
August is the biggest month for mobility, because I actually have that somewhere to by month of how many students leave. Yeah, so August, 23 students left Central Elementary and 18 enrolled. So that's a big number. In high school are similar. All of the buildings are similar. That August is the big moving month or coming in. Yeah, so that's why it's nice to have that publicity in July and August, where people are thinking about what to do.
Absolutely.
Any questions on that? Dyslexia law and preparation for this. There were a couple meetings last week at the ISD. Principals had a meeting on it, and also the curriculum council, where superintendents and curriculum directors meet. And a large portion of it last week was talking about the dyslexia law that just went into effect. It will go into effect for the 27-28 school year, so they're giving us a couple year and a half to prepare for this. What it's going to mean for us is that we will screen all K through third graders 3 times a year for dyslexia. We will provide reading interventions for any student K through 12 that has characteristics of dyslexia. And we will, before that 27-28 school year, have to provide professional development for our educators and literacy coaches to prepare for the new policy. It's going to be a lot. Maybe it can help some of our struggling readers, but as a school district, it's going to be a lot. Who's doing the testing and teaching the teachers and parapros and whoever else it may be of what are those characteristics. We did go through them. How long did principals, did you have a full day, or how long did you guys have for that? We had about 2 hours for curriculum. So it's about the same. So we spent a couple hours as an overview, where just to give us an idea of what the law says and what's in store for the next couple of years before that kicks into gear. Let's see. PASD goals and strategic plan review, another thing that was brought up at a previous meeting. I sent this to you and just wanted to recap it, that our mission is empowering students to succeed, and our vision is guiding students to achieve new possibilities. And we had some focus areas when we did our strategic plan last year. Academics and programs, we have a goal for that, which is driving the curricular systems with support from the ISD. Our learning environment and cultural goal, this is to create an environment where mental health, the whole child, and individual attention are a priority. Communication and community engagement, that's a goal that will create and implement a district communication plan, and I did say at the next board meeting I would give more of an update on these things and where we're at, but this one's kind of a good one because we've done quite a bit with this one already with updating our website and having some relevant events for parents and information streamlined. So that one that has been ongoing. Operations goal, another one that we have done a lot with. Create and implement a facility, operations, and projects that need support plan. Maintenance schedule, site committee recommended programs for maintenance that are lasting. We'll probably hear about in a little bit. So these are all things that fit right in with this goal. And then finally, the personnel and leadership goal, make retention and recruitment a priority. What are we doing to keep our staff, and once they are going to leave, how do we find the suitable replacement? So, those are our current goals, and we'll keep working at them and update the board on them as well. Any other questions?
If you get a chance to look at the strategic plan, it's kind of thick. And when you first start it, it kind of starts off a little bit boring. But as you get to the back of it, is where kind of the numbers start. I guess maybe I'm a numbers kind of guy. But that's when we can start to see progress, is when we compare the numbers. So when you start to read it, it's kind of bland. And then as you get to the back, it gets more specific. And then I think we'll see some more reporting and kind of crossing things off the list and then adding to the list, right?
I think that's how the morning went. Started out kind of boring, and then we got.
It takes a while.
Oh, we were there a while.
Yeah.
Pull that off the website?
I sent it to you, I think.
Yeah, it really
I
is.
said-
You did? Okay.
Yeah.
When's the website going up?
Well, they told us that it might be live within a couple weeks, which I don't know how. I mean, our administrators and secretaries haven't had one bit of training on it yet. It's just been Jay, Lydia, and myself that have been getting the training. But I think what they mean is we're building it as we go, and they're teaching us things, so it can be live, and then they'll probably train us as we go. But it's close. I would think by spring break it'll be up and running.
Okay. I'm not gonna hold you, I'm not gonna hold you on that.
Well, that's
Just rough.
yeah. That's a thought. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Good rep.
I'm Abby Whitey, I'm your student rep for this meeting. I'm prepared because I got quite the list.
Oh, no.
It's not 2 pages, so. To start, I have Student Council, the March blood drive. Student Council will sponsor a blood drive on Tuesday, March 18th, 2025, from 8 a.m. until 1 p.m. in the school library. It is hoped that most of the appointments from the January blood drive that was canceled due to bad weather will follow through and donate at the same time period as originally scheduled. Senior Poll Awards. The members of Student Council are busy preparing for Senior Poll Awards. The Senior Poll Awards will be held on Tuesday, March 25th in the middle school gymnasium. The awards are a senior-only event where the seniors will hear the results of the senior polls. The event will feature free food, games, gift cards, and the presentation of over 74 awards. Community Icon. The members of Student Council will once again be assisting the Community Icon. Hundreds of bags will be filled with candy over the weeks. Boys Varsity Basketball. The boys varsity basketball team are the Jack Pine Boys Basketball Division II champions, having earned an impressive 11-13 conference record, 4 wins more than any other Division II school. The boys will play at either Farwell or Beaverton in the district semifinals in Beaverton on Wednesday. Varsity Wrestling. Alan Whiting was the lone Spartan to make individual regionals. Alan finished 1 win shy of making the state wrestling tournament. Middle School Student Council. Middle School Student Council is sponsoring a Spirit Week this week. Each day of the week features a dress-up theme. This week will end with the first ever middle school pep assembly on Friday, February 28th at the end of the day. Thunder Hockey. Congratulations to Jay Brown and his Mid-Michigan Hockey Conference Championships, the Tri-Valley Thunder. The team finished the regular season with an 18-7 record, including a flawless 8-0 conference record. The team won their first playoff game on Wednesday, before being eliminated from the playoffs on Friday. Youth Wrestling. The following middle school and elementary students qualified for the NEMWA State Tournament. From Linwood, Brady Dupuy. From Central Elementary, Maury Thomas, Brooklyn Haverkamp, Carter Kishner, and Brady Lee. From middle school, Jason Simpson, Haley Haverkamp. Boys Bowling. The boys bowling team competed in the Jack Pine Conference meet in Mount Pleasant on Saturday, February 15th. At the end of the day, the Pinconning boys earned the conference championship for the small school division. Logan Milliman and Ethan Miller were named first team all-conference. Griffin Warren was named second team all-conference. Dylan Krevinghaus was named honorable mention. The boys bowling team competed at team and individuals regionals on Friday and Saturday. While none of the team members qualified for the team tournament, 5 Spartans placed in the top 27 bowlers. Logan Milliman in 10th, Ethan Miller in 11th, Griffin Warren in 13th, Dylan Krevinghaus in 26th, and Connor Whitehead in 27th. Girls bowling. The girls bowling team also competed in the Pinconning Conference meet in Mount Pleasant. Layla St. Peter and Audrey Schultz were named first team all-conference. Ellie Schultz was named honorable mention. The girls bowling team competed at team and individual regionals on Friday and Saturday. While the team failed to qualify for states, the team did place a respectable 5th out of 12 teams. In individuals, Layla St. Peter placed first overall, and Audrey Schultz also qualified for states. They will be traveling to Jackson on Saturday to compete in the state individual bowling championships. Varsity Dance Team. The dance team competed at the Spirit Shine competition over the weekend. The team placed first in the Jazz Senior Division and second in the Hip Hop Senior Division, resulting in second place overall at the competition. In the Duet Division, Emily Corbin and Anavia Woodruff placed first, and Addison Cooley and Lindsay Patrick placed third. The varsity dance team will perform their end-of-season encore performance on Sunday, March 9th at 3 p.m. in the high school gymnasium. Attendees will see all dances from the 2024-2025 season. Peer Mentors. Last week, several of our high school peer mentors and a majority of the middle school student council attended the Youth Summit Bay County, hosted by McLaren at the Grand in Essexville. The summit was all about teaching drug prevention and encouraging our students to continue to come up with ways that they can promote prevention programs here at Pinconning. The peer mentors, under the guidance of their club counselors, Pam Yanowski and Christy Moran, have been teaching a 10-week prevention program that targets the whole 7th grade. They just finished up week 6 of the program, which is called Too Good for Drugs. This program has been purchased by our community partners at 1016 Recovery Prevention Network. Lastly, the peer mentors will sponsor Yellow Ribbon Week the week of March 17th. This is an event that raises awareness for suicide prevention. Pinconning Bands. The music in our school month concert will take place on Saturday, March 2nd at 4 p.m. in the middle school gymnasium. The Band Boosters Trivia Night will take place on Saturday, March 8th at 7 p.m. in the middle school gymnasium. The cost is $20 per person. Teams can have up to 6 competitors. Band Festival will take place on Tuesday, March 4th in Standish. The high school band will perform at 9:25 a.m. The middle school band will perform at 2 p.m. State Solo and Ensemble will take place on Saturday, March 15th. Several student groups will be competing at this event.
So that's the
That's a lot.
record. It's gonna be the record for the most.
It's amazing.
A lot of good stuff.
Yeah.
Yes.
Stuff there. Good to all the students that competed and won and representing. Okay. Administrative staff. You want to start?
At Central Elementary, we're just really truly just starting to get ready for our March's reading month activities. So we have something planned, Spirit kind of dress up days throughout the month, and assembly and things like that. So we're looking forward.
Just making sure. Me too. Ellen and Wood are getting ready for March's Reading Month. We'll have dress-up days. We're still looking for mystery readers, so if anyone is interested, board member wise, if you want to come read to individual classes or we split them up K2, 3, 5, we would love to have you. Whatever works for your schedule, I'm sure we can make it work for ours. We are finishing up our elementary DAC days. Drawing a blank.
Second and third is going to be tomorrow.
Thank you, tomorrow. That's one, 2 sick kiddos today. Brain's not working. Second and third tomorrow, we'll finish up what we've been looking at in our fast break scores and seeing where our kids need some more interventions or where they're growing and what we can continue doing for them. Last week, I attended the curriculum directors meeting with Andy and learned a lot about the PA 146 and 147. So there's a lot that's going to be coming. The good news is we're not alone in it. Everyone in the state is going to be making these changes. A lot of staff training will be involved, from administrators to teachers down to our, not down to our, but to our parapros. So we'll have to work real hard to figure out what we're going to need in order to get that all figured out. And lastly, at the elementary level, we are going to be piloting a new math curriculum in the fall. We're getting our pilot committee together right now. I'm hoping to have our first meeting in March so we can go over some curriculum and decide which 2 curriculums we're going to pilot. We'll be looking to purchase new math curriculum next year in order to roll it out for fall of 2027. A lot of curriculum updates.
Yeah.
Katie? Jeremy, any more?
Still fixing a lot of stuff.
How'd the roof hold up today? Any leaks?
Yeah.
Yeah, we still do that.
Yeah, you go peek at my building out there.
Yeah, I heard it.
Yeah, waterfall right down the wall. It made it probably from the wall to that maroon stripe, the water. So she's rolling it pretty
Yep.
good.
Our phone was ringing today, and I thought, lock your building.
Yeah.
Today.
All right, board committees. We met, our site committee, we met, Wednesday? Thursday? Last week, whatever it was. We went over a few things, talked about the facility walkthrough. what our buildings and, actually things that gotta be taken care of, fixed. We talked about, sports, the basketball wants to put in a system into the locker rooms where they can rewind and look back at the plays, instead of trying to use the video, if it was recorded, it's already recorded, so having a system so it's already there, so they can rewind and go back. We had discussion on that. Got the updates on the weight room. Ginger Floyd is looking at changing stuff down, making it more user-friendly, the weight room. I guess the easiest way to put that. We talked about work order programs, to ease some things up for Jeremy and the rest of the staff. And we talked about the cost, getting the cost. You probably divulge into that yet. Program.
No, I haven't seen anything yet.
Yeah, we talked about future facility information and stuff.
Yeah, that reminds me, on the non-consent agenda, we're gonna add that action to have Andy do this. Yep, so we're gonna be doing that. That's the sake I'm recommending that move forward. That Andy, present, buildings facility and improvement plan. To show what our needs are and the costs. We start addressing those.
Yeah, no, not correct.
All that, we can add it.
We can just make a motion anyway.
Yep.
Right now.
Okay, I'll make a motion to direct the superintendent to prepare a buildings facility evaluation with the, what are our requirements and what are the costs to bring them up to what we need.
Support.
Is that clear enough for you, Andy, from what we just said?
Got it.
Yeah, motion support. Any other discussion? Okay, then all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So that would be, well, that'd be the end of, the beginning of the site committee. Everything was there, we went over, some things of, cleaning out the warehouse and other things moving forward as we go through all these walkthroughs and get some things, cleaned up around the facility. Discussion on that? Any public comments?
A couple things. When I was reading the story this afternoon on girl bowling, Layla St. Peter rolled high game of, I got it here, like 354 games rolled for the girls. She rolled high game in her 6th game. She rolled 225. Was the only over 200. In her 4th game, she rolled in 193. That was second highest out of 354. She beat the next girl by like 150 points in 6 games. She was, I looked at the MHSAA regional sheet. I think she rolled the 7th highest score in state, in division. Go, get it up.
It continues next weekend.
Yeah, so, yeah, Saturday morning, might be something to see. Comment on the email, keep in mind that emails sent from your, board member email address are likely more recoverable by FOIA than something sent from a private email address to a teacher regarding your student. Anything that comes from a board email address is probably likely going to be covered by FOIA. And Andy's comment about sending emails to everyone, beating them up on a regular basis over at the city for this. That's what BCC is for. You can send everybody your opinion, blind carbon copy. Because that way, if they reply, it only comes to you. But if it's a reply to all, because so many people just have that reply to all have it, that, and you all know what I'm saying.
Right.
You get those, 47 people making different comments, and it all comes back, that's a problem for a board.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, that's exactly what it is, it's a requirement.
BCC is a very, very useful tool for you guys to just let everybody know what you're thinking without getting in trouble. I don't know, just words of advice from someone who's kind of played around the edges of that.
Thank you.
Good. Any other comments?
I just have a question on the dyslexic training. And I probably know the answer to this. Is the state putting any money up for any trainings or yet, or is it too early?
They didn't say that, did they?
Yeah, as of right now, everybody has to be trained on the systems and structure. And it's early literacy and dyslexia law, and we won't be diagnosing dyslexia, that's not what we're looking for. So dyslexia has like a very small minuscule piece or component to the laws. Right now, the only training that's offered that covers for the systems is letters training that the state, that it's state funded. So actually, I just signed up for the administrator one that starts in June, and I have 3 of my teachers going through it right now. So it's out there, it's free, it's time consuming.
2-year program, right?
Yeah, for administrators, it's
2 years.
I want to say it's 60 hours, and it's training modules that, we do on our own, read online, and then meet in person. And then for teachers, it's almost double that. And as of right now, the only training for our interventionists, for our parapros, is the teacher training. And it's a 2-year training, it's 130 hours, but there's different modules that, some of it's on their own, like I said, reading, some on your own module training, and then once a quarter, it's the 3-hour virtual training session.
And you're taking John along with you, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna sign up with me. It's still open. So, but because everybody in Michigan is going to need that training, they're going to have to do something different. Yeah. There's still a lot of unanswered questions. A lot of unanswered questions.
Anything else? Just like sick days.
Yep.
Real quick. And that is K-12. And when they say all people are, all means all. So what they were saying at our principal network meeting is if you have a AP biology teacher, they need to be trained, and it's just as much as your kindergarten teacher. All means all. That change between now and
Yes.
fall of 2027, but right now that's what our ISD is telling us, and that's what the state is telling them all means all.
Motion to adjourn.
Or
Support? Discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed?
Yep.
Bring that in, read it for meeting month.
I might still have my book and my parents. Was John Oster still around teaching? Or was? I sent it to all the teachers. I said, if you want to bring something back like this, a whole district program where you that was from memory. That's great. I remember every bit that day. And
See a lot of those Patriots pens in there.
yeah, that was cool.